Director Government Rehabilitation Center, Dr. Sai Jayaprakash sir, Principal PDS College of Physiotherapy, Dr. Venugopal sir, Associate Professor, Deccan College of Physiotherapy, and all the young aspirants from both the colleges, Deccan College and PDS College. So I was speaking from last 2 days only, so no need to speak anything new. First of all, I extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to Dr. Nandkishore sir, who has provided us infrastructure support and this space for this workshop. And both Dr. Sai Jayaprakash sir and Venugopal sir, those are working from last 1 month for this workshop only, and because of them only this event has become successful. And you just give me feedback regarding the workshop, because you are only the best judge for this workshop. Since the last 2 years we are working for the cancer rehabilitation, and I hope that I have just tried to clear a little bit ideas regarding cancer.
Once again for coming all the way and motivating us. And a sincere thanks to Pawar sir, a sweet man and always cooperative, always friendly, helpful, and you know, he's always there whenever there is an interested activity happening. Guys, I come from those batches where the first batch of physiotherapy never completed their graduation. We don't know what a physiotherapist is going to do once they complete their graduation when I joined it, because we don't have anybody practicing outside, sir. Started 96. When we joined, that 96 batch is not out of college. We don't know what is their practice going to be, what we are supposed to do, what is expectations, and what is our future is going to be. Uncertainty is the only certainty in our life. But that is not the case here. Every profession is expanding, and rehab, especially with physiotherapy, is like, you know, there is no boundaries whatsoever. The reason why I left in the middle yesterday is one of my guru, his name is Dr. Kumar Kottapalli, did his genetics from Osmania University 23 years back. While doing his genetics as a postgraduate student, he worked on a specific pandemic problem called, sir, kidney problems in a Vizag area called Uddanam. Which area was? Uddanam. Nearly 5 lakhs people were suffering from chronic kidney diseases over there. Every family has at least 1 or 2 people who need dialysis 3 times a week. Every day there is at least 1,000 people losing their lives within that 50-60 kilometers radius of the area. Am I right, Ravi sir? Ravi sir is coming from that place, and that's why that is authentic information. And a personal information, Ravi sir lost his family members because of this kidney issue. One thing happened very recently, 3 to 6 months back? 4 months back. That is the pain. And you know what this postgraduate student did? He took his flight and he went to US. Now he is professor, head of the Department of Genetics, Houston University. 23 years onwards. And believe me guys, this gentleman, when he was there to do his early masters, small scale employment, he has grown up, right? Last 23 years. He saved all his money. He spent his personal money. He took flight for that area which he did as a project report, what we call a dissertation, whatever. Imagine if a postgraduate student is doing dissertation, they submit, they'll get MSc certificate. Did anybody bother about going back to the same problem? This guy came here to India for 18 consecutive years with his own money. He started raising awareness. He fought for it. He identified genetic reasons. He identified the root causes of chronic kidney diseases. He kept on meeting all the chief ministers, all the health ministers in United Andhra Pradesh. He never got attention. At one point, a film star turned politician was on hunger strike, right? I'm talking about Pawan Kalyan and Janasena. Then onwards there is some awareness. Now there are dialysis centers across. Okay, I am not talking about Pawan Kalyan, I am talking about Dr. Kumar Kottapalli. Right? Because of his fight, now people got dialysis units, kidney research centers, mineral water plants. Government is employing nephrologists in that place, and there is some activity is going on and a lot still to happen. What about the motivation of this man who did it for 20 years with his own pocket money? Then he became Uddanam doctor. We conduct World Thrombosis Day because of his inspiration every year, sir. COVID didn't kill anybody, it is thrombus which killed everybody. Please keep it in mind. He is raising that, and I'll talk to him at least once a week, even when he was in US. He lost his father and he was in India. So I traveled 800 kilometers yesterday. I missed my flight, took the road, came back at 3:30. And you know what he was talking, sir? He lost his father because of an abdominal cancer, very lately identified, spread over. And I was discussing about ganglionic blocks. Sir, who did it? Nanda. See, in US we have everything here. We left him here in a place where there is an oncologist. Oncologist is keep on giving chemotherapy. He suffered a lot. In the last 7 days, I should have told you, Nanda, before. It's my mistake, we missed it. And I said, no, sir, I mean, we never know how it happens, where he was, what is happening, what is the case, what we have, where we are not having these resources. And such a gentleman, you know, he was connected to almost all the top consultants across US and in India. In fact, everybody will be in touch with them, sir. This gentleman has more than 200 research papers published on his name in United States of America. Imagine his circle. But still, there are gaps in our healthcare system where we have to fill those things. And the only reason is that integrated models are lacking. That is one thing we have to pick it up. So, in such an area where an entire system is unable to give comprehensive solutions, a gentleman came here discussing about what else can be done. What are the areas of improvement? Imagine when you pick it up and slowly take it forward in 4 or 5 years down the lane, when you pioneer, when you treat 100, 200, 500 cases, then you write a small scientific paper. And that is where the academic contribution will happen. What is academic contribution? Not attending CMA. That is the first step of academic contribution. Writing a scientific paper and publishing it is true academic contribution. I hope that all of you at one point write a genuine academic papers and see to it that they are published outside India, not in India. Outside India, so that they will be taken as a reference. That should be the inspiration for academic activities. Okay, friends? So, finally, sir, about Sai, sir. Our association is from 2011. And for a few months, I worked for Malakpet Yashoda. And it is a matter of pleasure and honor for me to work for Yashoda. Don't misinterpret or misunderstand my statements, okay? I said, I repeat, it is matter of pleasure and honor for me to work for Yashoda. Yashoda gave me an opportunity. But when I joined in that place, there is one table and 4 chairs in a room which is smaller than their bathroom next to it. The door has to be opened, 2 people has to get up, take these 2 chairs out so that the 5th person can walk in and he can sit in the corner, and the room for chair is not there, sir. You have to put a something like a circular stool. That was the case. Okay? What is the size of the department? Hardly 6 by 6. 36 square feet. That was the size of the department. The very first case I treated is partial weight bearing. 22-year-old young man, both bone fracture. And bloody hell, that is partial weight bearing. The training is happening with walker. I said, come on, at least give him an elbow crutch. 23-year-old boy, let him walk. I said, no, you have to get permission from HOD if you have to change. I said, okay. 23-year-old with single leg, both bone fracture, partial weight bearing. Why the hell we need walker, man? It's not fall prevention program. Just an elbow crutch. I have to go to orthopedic chief. They were kind to me. They allowed me to do whatever I like to do. And that was the scenario. And my team are exceptionally good. Again, I'm not trying to say that they don't know what to do. They know what to do. The only problem with them is they don't have a voice to say, no, this is the way, this is the protocol, this is the science, this is what we are going to do. That's what they have to say, and they cannot say. That is the only problem with them. That is the only problem with them. And then they have a naughty boy in the group looking for trouble. Every point, it's me. 12 years back, buddy. So going on, changing the things. First week is a trouble, headache, problems. And then they understood that what he's saying is right, let him do it. And then IP moved from 20 patients to 140. Team is 5 people. Our department is not ready for new recruitments and salaries. We need manpower. We are in trouble. We openly challenged that give me a case, we will show. Ki patients are there. What are we going to show when we don't have enough manpower? Is it not a trouble? Then I asked all my friends, who is the very kind man here? Who will give more manpower? Who will support? Who will encourage? Everybody mentioned one single name, Sai sir. I never met him until then. I called him over the phone. Sir, we need internies. This is the program. We need the support. We'll get official request from group. What is the possibility from your college? Sir said, sir, that was a good idea. We are happy. Let me talk to our management and come back. Next day morning, sir himself called me and said, sir, I got permission for 5 students. That is the first scenario where internship was started in corporate hospitals in Hyderabad. How many of you are aware? Am I right or wrong, sir? The first principal who is proactive, right? And you know what, guys? Until then, all the corporate hospitals are recruiting fresh graduates and putting them as observers, blah, blah, blah. Not a single penny paid to them. Not a single penny paid to them. Qualified graduates were working for free, hoping that they might get a referral for a home care. That is the only way, sir. They have to survive, transport, stay here, obviously away from the families. They have to make their own expenses meet. All of them, after completing their internship, joined in Gaman. That is the team Gaman started on that day. When they completed, they know that I am starting my own chain of clinics. All of them come to me. And they said, sir, we wanted to join. I said, where you want to join? In your organization, sir. Who will pay the salaries? Empty pockets, buddy. Don't think I'm very rich after looking at here. Empty pockets. I don't have money. I told them, sir, here I cannot afford your expenses. You find good jobs. I don't want to be here. I don't want those guys to be with me because my life is not sure. I'm going to jump. No other physiotherapist has set up 12 physiotherapy centers in a single city until then. That was again 6th October 2011, the date. How many centers? 12 centers. Anybody did it until then? No. No Nightingale, sir. No Call Health. No other corporates in community-based rehabilitation. The first branches were Gaman. I still remember Mubashir, and this guy is back in the city. He tried to contact me 2 weeks back, and he was working in Sharjah. He came back for good. I'm yet to meet him. He came here twice and I could not. This guy is in city. I have to tell about him. I used to stay at Kottapet. He used to stay somewhere in Saidabad colony. At 8 o'clock in the night, sir, when all the cases are done, I used to call him. With your permission for 2 more minutes, sir. I don't want to keep you waiting, but I want you guys to know this. I used to call him Sher. I called him at 8 o'clock in the night. Remember, he was working from 9 o'clock. हमको शेरलिंगमपल्ली जाना भाई. चलेंगे सर गाड़ी. 8 o'clock in the night, sir. Almost 50 kilometers. I remember the lady. Post-gestational hypertension and stroke, sir. And we made her walk anyway. I don't have anybody else to come all the way, almost from LB Nagar to Sherlingampalli, near railway station. Came all the way, sir. And by the time we reach home, 12 o'clock. 8 o'clock, sir, we come here 9:30, spend 1 hour with the patient. 10:30, again start coming back and piercing all the traffic in 2011. The reason why we used to come on bike is it is quicker. We went home 12 o'clock. And again he has to start work at 9:30 in the morning. I don't accept delay. It has to happen, sir. And we used to work like that. That is how my first 5 team worked. Ravi is in Italy. Sher is in Sharjah. Sangeeta happily married, blessed with 2 kids. Bhavani is more than happy from day one. Lakshmi used to be in charge of Malakpet. I used to call her Malakpet Lakshmi. A very rich girl. She said, come on sir, when you need 100 crores, you call me. But one point is, they are either happy or successful. That's what makes us proud. I'm talking about my first 5-member team. Today we are not less than 25, it's okay. And that is how many PDS students here? Please raise your hands. This is the power of PDS. How many of you know? I seriously mean it, man. I'm talking about 10 years history, guys. I'm talking about 10 years history on this platform. This is the power of PDS and this is the power of Sai. You know. Probably somebody has to talk like me to really present a soft-spoken, polite, humble, quiet, weak man sitting in the corner. Nah, he is not. He is not. And his students are definitely not. And seriously, sir. I'm serious. I'm giving you examples, man. I'm giving you examples. I'm talking about 5. I can tell all the batches, all the people who come here. Here, to be very honest, today I have requests from almost all the colleges, all over Telangana and AP, and requests from other parts of India as well, just to come here and do a little bit of observation and all, sir. But most of the time, sir, my heart goes to PDS. You know why? You know why? Huh? That is our association. Why? A long-term association. So many fantastic people, couple of naughty people, and we enjoy. We enjoy. But only problem with me is, as I mentioned with my share, as long as patient care is not compromised, you can play with me in the lawn. Once there is a problem with the patient, things were not happened, that hurts me a lot. Am I right? When it hurts, it is problem. Somebody has to take that responsibility up. And when I see this commitment, sir. And that's what they are. So this internship, we did an open challenge. Any of those guys who did their 6 months internship here and they write their competitive exams, by grace of God, it never happened, sir. They didn't got their PG seats. Always they managed it, sir. And that is when you have a decent academic foundation, you build it with little mastered skill sets here, then that sort of experience will help them to get into whatever they choose, wherever they go. These guys all over, sir, all over world, all countries, they did extremely well. Almost all those guys who are here, they'll go on and our bond continues, that support continues. So guys, please give Sai sir a big hand.